Tighten up, family. This is Balance. I'm here to share my experience, my strength, and my hope. I'm going to give thanks to the ancestors, my ancestors, Ashe. So I was sitting here actually just meditating on the 85%, the 5%, the 1%. And wow, I was actually like the realization of these construct, Mother say, we say, yeah, they people, 85%, the deaf, dumb, and the blind, the sheepos, yeah, the empty seaters, held down set, we can go on and on what they call them, beings. It reminds me of the movie They Live. Whereas this character was able to put on these glasses and see people he was walking around, and he thought they was live people, people vitalized, information. And when he put these glasses on, it showed that they lived. They was dead people. In other words, the spirits was getting in them and holding them up, but it was dead people. People from other worlds, dimensions, manifest themselves like they do now with the unconscious. And when I think about unconscious, those who receive engrams, engrams is actually when a person's knocked unconscious, smoking and drinking, fighting, accident happened. But what happens is it's a part of your mind. It's called the reactive mind, which is a part of the subconscious, but deep within, dark, down, okay, almost hidden, right? It records everything in the presence, but it records it on your cell, like the proton, neutron, and electron. And when a person's conscious, then they're actually running through, the subconscious mind, which is the engrams playing out in behaviors and and stuff. And people who don't know what's going on, they looking like, why? And your brain recorded it when you was getting high and smoking and drinking. If you drank 70 or got high 70%, guess what? These spirits got in your body and occupied your body. This is why some people can remember some things. That's what they call brownout. And some people can't remember nothing, and that's blackout. Now, I'm a substance abuse counselor. I am a recovering addict, and I work with the military people in the substance abuse. So I don't try to use a lot of up-to-date people info like that they use like rational therapy, emotional therapy, even Frigman Floyd, some familiar names. Frigman Floyd, even Scientology. Scientology got a method of understanding is powerful, but that's chemic stuff, chemic information. But we know we can get into the subconscious mind and do our own resolving and reprogram it. But I was talking to an individual yesterday, and she was asking me actually about how do you break general curses, right? So I got to think about all that, but I also got to think about what I call general curses or learned behaviors. Because, see, it made me reflect as well on when there was a story about this dog got into a accident, and the dog was pregnant and lost her leg. And so she was always on those just three legs. And when she gave birth to her puppies actually limped, walked on three legs, limped on that other leg. But it recorded, and it just made me think about when you should know the difference. When you're knocked unconscious or getting high, or you playing out these past behaviors. Like for me, I have a tendency to get involved with these relationships with these brothers, right? And they're not on my standards, and the shit is funny too, because, it's like, it's a hot mess. The shit is embarrassing sometimes too. People be looking like, what? It's not just learned behavior. And you got to recognize, the blocks that's in your body, that your chakras and things in your life, and know, how to balance them, But I also realized that when I talked about learned behaviors, is, they might call them generational curses, but, you know, just like you have your mother, you know, um, we can go to the conscious, subconscious, and the superconscious. We can go to the right, which is your mother, the feminine energy, yin, and yin is what dimensions, music, colors, dimension, music, colors, dreams, daydreams. I mean, really, it just can go on and on. Movement, colors. Like I said, it's just you got to recognize it, and then you have that's the reason mind, and then you have the logic mind. When I say reason, that's your mother. 23, your mother, 23, your father, and then you make another individual. But that left side logic man, could be anywhere from order, numbers, communications, language, um, analyzing, words, But in between them both is what? If you get reason and then you have logic, right? In between them both is what? Sanity. That's the child's sanity. So what I try to do is give, this young girl, let her know, to how to recognize, her accomplishment, her potential, and be determined no matter what, and understanding the difference between, learned behavior, as well as, when you can go into your own subconscious mind and reprogram it, but you got to also be willing to accept, you know, um, and recognize, and challenge beyond your present condition. Some people is not willing. We live in that restrict ourselves. We restrict ourselves. You got to be willing to take that leap, that mental leap. You know what I'm saying? And cut these bad relationships out. These toxic people. If it's draining you, then it's toxic. If it's nourishing you, then it's healthy. You know, um, you gotta let it go. Like, I recognize it, and it's all in my natal chart. People try to act like you can reprogram yourself. If you've been walking to your left all along, getting high and getting drunk and smoking, right? And you took that energy. Now you take that, you spend more time and there, then you take that energy, you go right. You know what I'm saying? And you start loving and caring and exercising, eating right, and meditating, and doing some things that you enjoy to do. You got to be willing to do it. You can't keep doing the same pattern, which creating these condition. And you say they learned behaviors because you want to blame somebody. And you got to recognize you are the power. You are the gods. I learned, when I was in Nation of Islam, I learned what the female does, what a male does. Well, I learned what a female does. And one of the 7 things we, was actually our duties is, um, what is it? Keep house, you know, um, keep house, um, how to rear your children, how to take care of your husband, how to cook and clean, how to act, how to act, in and abroad. That means in and out. You know what I'm saying? And we women, we got to realize that too. We got different roles. And I'm saying all this because I reflect on myself and my past relationships. And this individual was asking me that based on, you know, willing to change. Then I learned for myself, because I didn't learn this in the nation, was what a man should do. First of all, he should be mentally and financially stable. Okay, then he should love you, respect you, and protect you, and provide for you, and lead you. We got different roles. But as the child, you sit in between the both. Sanity. What are you willing to do to take responsibility for your happiness? We could say it's learned behavior, some of it learned, but it, you can relearn it, re-educate, relearn yourself, change your patterns, and change your patterns, be careful about the people you take advice around from and people you be around. You got a people terrier, like a fruit terrier. You got to become a people terrier. Where you sit your cells at, people you listen. But if you're willing to change, you can't go that same way. You got to try to take that energy and go the other direction and do it from the center. So this is balance. Some people, they can't see it for themselves, joy and happiness. How they gonna see it for you? But I had to reflect on my own shit. Like the relationships I be in sometimes, I be like, I stop trying to figure this out. I'd be like, let it happen. Just not trying to, cause some of these brothers I'd be like, girl, that shit be funny. It'd be like, you doing that same shit. You need to go the other way. So I'm learning, you know what I'm saying, to go the other way. But this is balance. No one told you they love you. I love you. Ashe.